Welcome, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's great to see you all. And I'm so excited today to be able to share with you the training that Sergey started over the weekend. And it is all about our compensation plan. And I'm going to say it is go time. There is no more time to wait. There is no more time to not be present. And there's no more time to relax on the actions because it is going to be the most exciting season here at APL Go. We're going to start with our two new ranks. So you might have heard it was kind of went by really fast at the convention, but we have two brand new ranks. And the reason being is how many of you feel like you've been stuck at managing director for quite some time? I think there's quite a few people who have hit that rank, but the rank from managing director at 5,000 to corporate director at 12,500 volume was a little too steep. So they've added a rank in there called regional director. And we are talking about the lesser leg. I will show you both in a minute, but for these volume changes, we're talking about your lesser leg volume. Our second rank is called executive director. And at executive director, again, it was a little bit too big of a leap from 12,500 in volume all the way to 50,000. So they added executive director only 25,000. And because we have these two brand new ranks and they're not forever, I'll just say that Sergey has said very clearly, if many people move up in rank, we will get to keep them. But from May to October, it's kind of like a test period. And our test period is that we are going to see how it goes with the new ranks and a promotion. So as you know, in APL Go, we have two different organizational volume trackers. One of them is the binary where you have a lesser leg. Okay, the second one is the unilevel. That is for all of the auto ships and activity orders. Okay, the binary where you track your lesser leg is for all brand new people coming in and status upgrades. So for the month of May, and separately May and then June and then July. So each separate month all the way through October, you're going to be able to combine these two volumes in order to create your new rank. Okay. So when we're looking at the volumes, we're looking at the volume that's coming from your lesser leg and your unilevel for a total that equals these numbers on the sides, which are the regular lesser leg numbers. So what they're basically saying is you get to take the full volume that is in the normal comp plan, and instead of just earning it with the volume from your lesser leg, you can now earn it with lesser leg and unilevel combined. But there is a minimum that has to come from the small leg. So for example, manager, it's 250 in total volume that you need, usually just on your lesser leg. But for these months, you can have 100 from your lesser leg and 150 from your unilevel. Now, if it's 220 from your lesser leg and 30 from your unilevel, it's fine, as long as the minimum is reached. Okay, so I'm going to scroll to the new ones. Regional director, normally 8,500 on your lesser leg, can now be achieved with just 4,000 on your lesser leg, and the other 4,500 can come from your lesser leg or your unilevel volume. And there is a $250 one-time cash bonus that comes with that new rank title. Okay, move down to executive director, our other new rank, 25,000 in volume, but for these months, 12,500 must come from your smaller leg, and the rest can come from either the small leg or the unilevel. So this is a wonderful opportunity to move up in rank. If you've been stuck at one of the smaller ranks and you're ready to move up, now is the time. And here's how you find the details on, it's not going to show up automatically because the computer's not programmed for it. So you're going to do the math from your back office. If you go to back office and then account details and then qualification details, you're going to see it broken up into volume in the small branches, That's your binary volume. And activity in levels 1 through 6, that is your unilevel. So you will be able to add these two together to create your new rank. Okay. And once you achieve it, the numbers go away. But while while you're still looking at achieving it, the numbers are still present. So you just add these two columns together, and that should give you your new rank. And everything will be done manually at the end of each month. There are a couple specials to help you hit those new ranks. The first is our Mother's Day special, 15% off all beauty skincare kits. This is in the USA only. And the spring special is extended. It started in April, but it was so popular, they decided to extend it until May 15th. You get our 4 most popular drops, Slide, Stop, Relax, and Grow, which is normally $100. But in this package, you also will get a box of Alt for free. So great, great incentive, a wonderful pack to enroll people with. All right, so let's talk about our unique compensation plan and what we're going to call the GO project, which is that we are going to have as many people as possible going to shoot for $1 million in this compensation plan. Okay, and I'm going to start by sharing just 2 of the really big benefits here. The first benefit of our compensation plan is so incredibly unique because every other company in network marketing, they tell you how much income you're going to make. They say, we're going to give you this percentage or that percentage. And then you have to work to even get a little bit of a percentage hike, right? Well, in this company, that is not the case because the company is going to let you tell them how much percentage you want to make on your binary and your unilevel bonuses. I'll give you an example. If you choose to come in to the company as a promoter for one of our $100 packs, you're going to earn 10% on the binary and anywhere from 5 to 10% on the unilevel. Okay. But if you choose to come in as a mentor on our $600 or $750 pack, you're now going to earn 25% on your binary and still 5 to 10% on your unilevel. And if you come in as one of our Diamond Club members, you're going to earn 30% commissions on your binary lesser leg volumes and 10% on 6 levels deep in the unilevel. And let me tell you how much that adds up to. And it's really just simple math. Do you want to make 10% of your sales or 30%? Most companies tell you what you're going to make, but ours is so unique because it lets you decide. And if you decide to start at the smaller pack, you have 90 days to get your way up to that Diamond Club pack so you can be part of that 30%. Other companies typically have a binary, which is for excitement and team building and growth, or they have a unilevel, which is where you find solid, stable, long-term residual income. We are very fortunate here that we have both plans. But tonight we're really going to talk about the binary, which is the one most people are the most similar, that are the most common knowledge about. And that is where you have 2 legs and 2 teams. So our compensation plan. How many of you can make, you can make $200 in our binary plan in APL Go? How many of you have already made $200? Okay, I think that's most everybody, right? It's not hard to make $200 in our comp plan, but did you know that every time you make 200, if you are on the lesser leg of your sponsor, they make 240. Okay, that is because we share the group bonus together and they get a fast start bonus. Okay, similar here. If your associate makes 400, your sponsor will make 480 because of the group bonus and the fast start bonuses. Now, let me share the next slide, which is the goal that Sergey shared with us, which is $1 million. Now, does it seem crazy? I don't know. There's people on this call who already have 83 people on their team and 1,042 and 2,083, even 4,167. So it doesn't seem crazy when you break it down into the numbers. And that's exactly what we're going to start doing. And we're going to start with step 1. Okay. So here's the example of that second slide that I showed. Whereas if you have 2 associates that make $200 each, you and your position are going to make 480. Okay. Because we're talking about the lesser leg here, your lesser leg group volume. And by using our system, all you need to do is master it yourself and then mentor your team to do the exact same thing. So let's start with step 1. Learn how to make 200. Lots of you raised your hands. You know how to make $200. Okay, I'm going to show you. But so many of you have already accomplished this. It's with personal enrollments. Okay, you cannot mentor and lead your team to make this kind of income until you have a team. So this is the opportunity to start your team. Every single one of you on this call, if you don't already have one person who has joined your business at a level that will earn you $200, you should have this as your very first goal within the next 7 days. Okay. Remember what Jordan Adler said at the convention. If you talk to 5 to 10 people every day with intention, the intention to share APL Go with them by asking a lot of questions about their health, about their challenges, about what health benefits they're looking for, there's no way you're not going to have a new associate within 7 days if you're talking to 5 to 10 people every day. Okay. So you've seen this chart before. These are the pillars for success. It comes from customer web sales, people that go to your website and place an order, your personal enrollments of associates, your team's activity orders and auto ships, and you helping your team enroll new associates. There's only 4 things we do here at APL Go, and the more you do them, the more you get paid. So right now we're talking about number 2, personal enrollments. If you enroll one person at a VIP pack, you're going to make $216 on the group bonus. Okay. Yes, you're going to earn a fast start on top of that, but right now we're just talking about the group bonus. If you enroll 2 people at our 750 pack, you make almost $200. Okay. 3 people at our 600 pack is $216. 4 people at the 400 pack is $192. Okay, so you can see where I'm going with this. The larger the pack you talk about and you enroll people with, it's the same money, but you only have to worry about one person instead of enrolling 8 people at the 200 pack, right? It's just about the same as a VIP pack for one person. Now, of course, this is when you are at the $3,000 Diamond Club limit, right? The $3,000 30% pay. But it's not a lot different when you're at the 25%. So if you're under the 25% right now, you should do whatever it takes to get to that 25% commission so you can follow this same formula. And you can talk to your upline and your sponsor about how to do that right away. Okay, step 2. Once you've earned $200 by taking one of those actions we just talked about, once you do it, you can teach it because you are actually teaching it by doing it. When people say to me, how do I do this business? The first thing I say is, well, how were you introduced to the business? And they say, oh, well, I met you in the grocery store line and you gave me this sample candy and it was delicious. So you sent me a video and then I watched the video and then you called me and told me you saw that I watched the video and asked me what I liked best about it. I said it seemed like a great way to take supplements instead of choking down gross size pills. That's it. And I say, that's how you do the business. It's not more complicated than that. Whatever you do to enroll associate is what they're going to think they need to do the exact same thing. So keep it simple, use the videos, be the library, not the librarian. I'm sorry, the opposite way. Don't be the library. You don't need to know everything, but you do need to know where to find everything. So be the librarian, not the library. So step 2, teach 5 associates on your team how to make $200. Okay. You've made 200. Now you just teach people how to do exactly what you did. If you do that, you're going to make $1,000, 800 that comes from group volume and 200 that comes from check matching, which will lead you to the next one, which is team enrollments, right? How do you teach your team to enroll? Exactly the same way you just did. But now it's all coming from step 4, the team enrollments. So you can teach your team to enroll VIP packs and get them up at that 30%, one person, or you can teach them how to enroll 8 people on a 200 pack. Whatever works for you is totally fine, okay? Step 3, now that you have associates on your team that know how to enroll people, you need to teach 4 of them how to do what you just did, which is teach 5 associates how to make $200. Okay? So once you teach those 5 how to make 200, now you can teach 4 of them on your team how to make 1,000 by them each enrolling 5 people and making $200 each. Okay, can you see how easy this is going? Because it's just following a very simple system of everybody doing the same thing. When you do that, you personally will make $5,000. 4,200 of it comes from group volume, 800 comes from check matching. And if you can do that, you can do the next one. If you can make $5,000, you can teach 2 of your associates how to make $5,000. If you do that, you personally will make $10,000. You teach 8 of your associates how to make $10,000 and you make $100,000. Okay. Now, here's the great thing about this. These 5 steps you could do in a month, 6 months, 8 months, or 5 years. There is no limit here to how fast or how slow you can do this. This is on your own schedule. I will say, though, success loves speed. And the one thing that will keep you from doing this is not being consistent. Okay, because what's going to happen is when you start teaching your associates how to make the income that they need to make, if you slow down, they're going to slow down. If you speed up, they're going to speed up. So the faster you do it, the more everyone's going to share in the success of a momentum, because momentum doesn't happen when there's inconsistency. So if you keep it simple, keep it consistent, put together your list and do your to-do list every single day, you will get here. Okay, step 6, if you can teach 8 associates how to make $100,000, you can make $1 million. That's how easy it is. That is exactly how it works. Now, I know some people don't want to make $1 million, and that's okay. You can stop on step 4. Maybe you just want to make $10,000 a month, and you can just master this plan all the way through step 4 and not have to take it further. That's okay. But I am going to tell you something so exciting. Those numbers I just shared are the minimum of what you're going to make, because look at the top rank, manager. Okay, that's when you have 250 on one leg, 250 on the other leg. Almost everybody who signs up, 2 people is going to hit that rank. Okay, if you're focused on the $750 rank or bonus or higher status, you will hit that rank with your first 2 people. But once you move past that rank, it unlocks additional levels. So every example I gave you above is as if you are a manager, only earning 20% off of one level of check matching, which could never possibly happen. Because if you're following this plan, there's no way you're going to stay a manager longer than a few weeks. You'll be a senior manager, a director, and you'll keep moving up these ranks. And when you move up these ranks, it unlocks up to 7 levels of check matching. So those numbers I gave you are the minimum, because you're going to make not just 20% on the people that you have personally sponsored, but look at all the different people you're going to make 10% on, right? Their first level. And your third level, you're going to make 5% on all those people. And it goes on for 7 levels deep. So if you're making 160,000 in check matching from one level, And you at this point will have 20, 25 levels of people. How much income do you think you're actually going to be adding to your paycheck? Another 400,000, 500,000? Probably. And that's where it gets super exciting. Now, I know everyone did not come here to make money. There's lots of people on here. We have a lot of blue personalities that like to have fun and party. We have a lot of yellow personalities who on here who are all about helping people, making an impact in the world. But here's the reality. What kind of impact on the world can you possibly have if you make this kind of income? The more income you make, the bigger impact you can make, right? You can't help, if you can't even help yourself, how are you going to help other people, right? Your paycheck is a direct reflection of how many people you're helping get healthy and wealthy every single day. So if right now you are in this company to make a big impact, but you don't feel like you're making an impact, maybe it's because your paycheck isn't big enough because you haven't helped enough people yet. So today is the day to get started. There is no time like the present. There's no need to wait any longer. We have everything we need to make this a spectacular journey, the best products, an easy compensation plan to follow, a system, a path, right? Like I started this call with. Mindset, right? We all need to be reading books, learning new skills, because mindset plus skill set plus tool set, right? We have Rapid Funnel. We have an incredible app on our phone that is so easy to use that helps you prospect every single day. We have the Hub. The Hub is AI teaching us how to make social media posts, write emails, even do presentations. Okay. We have an awesome tool set. Okay. A back office that is simple to use, that calculates everything for you. And that equals jet set, meaning more money, more travel, more time freedom, maybe retirement, maybe paying off school debt, maybe paying off your kids' school debt, maybe just traveling the world with a passport and never coming back. I could see doing that. Everyone has a different reason to be here, but we're all collectively here because we want to impact the world, and we have to earn income in a big way in order to impact the most people. So that is our compensation plan tonight. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you took some notes, and let's answer some questions.